A very, very good morning to everyone. Namaste from Cesta Healing Studio and a very, very happy 2023 to everyone. A happy new year to all of you. We're seeing you after so long. Would love to see your faces here. Hi Sukham, hi Jaisal, hi Purvi. Please put your cameras on. It's a live session we're doing after a very, very long time. We hope you have enjoyed the hypno meditations that were being shared with you all religiously over the last few months. And I hope that it has benefited each one of you, because that is something that is extremely special and close to our hearts, because we know how effective it is if it is only done with discipline. So we're just really, really hoping that that is something that has helped you over the past couple of months, that has helped your issues get released and given you great sleep post that. Today we're here to welcome everyone to a new year, a new beginning, and just see whatever we can do to power pack this year forward. We're going to be continuing with our Thursday Thought Clinic from this point onwards. So any suggestions again that you all do have for topics, anything that you would like to do, please let us know as we proceed. So we will take on topics as per that, because with the hypno meditation, we had a lot of people send in requests as to what they wanted. Jaisal says the video is frozen. Is it frozen for everyone? No? Okay. That's fine. All right. Okay. So we had a lot of requests coming in when we were doing the hypno meditation series for different topics that people wanted covered across time. Because this was hypno meditation, it was a little difficult for us to change gears and do that, because there were so many people listening to it together. So say a blood pressure or something is not something that might have been relevant for them to hear for 7 days in a row. So which is why we had given you a topic that can help everyone, enhance things for everyone in general. But anything at all that you would like to have shifted, please let us know during this time, so that we'll address those topics for you as quickly as we can with the Thursday Thought Clinic. So with today's session, we have a story to share with everyone. It is a forward, but we do have a message that goes with it. And after that, we'd love to discuss, things that can actually help us power pack into the new year. We all know we should be starting positive, thinking of what we want for the new year. But how do we power pack and start that for the next year is what we're going to focus on, do some great downloads for everyone as well, so that you can feel the difference and begin your new year with complete gusto. So for the story sharing, we're going to have Sangeeta Shah on the line. So we're just going to have her join in with us also. I'll share the story with you also. So hi, Panaga. Hi, Geeta. Okay. Can everyone see the screen as well? Yeah? Okay. I can read it for you if you want me. Okay, just one second.
So very good morning to everyone. So good to see you all. Namaste everyone. Seeing you after a very long time. So to manifest 2023, are you all excited? I am quite excited for it, that 2023 is happening and we are going to begin. Every year we all plan something that, oh, this year I will do that. I normally at office have my own agendas. Not that I don't believe in the Diwali year. I do believe in the Diwali New Year. But like this is something with the numbers, it resonates, and then you just feel that, okay, like 2023, January, I can do this, Feb, this. So this is my yearly agenda. And surprisingly, like by the end of the year, I realized that, yeah, everything that was being planned fell into place. And there is a reason behind it, like how it falls into place for every one of us. But for today's session, like we would like to begin it on a different note before we teach the secrets of how it gets manifested. So, I mean, it's a forward and I really loved it. And we just changed the plan. And I said, I first want to start with this with people. So you'll read that. So a famous book writer sat in his study and he took out his pen and began to write. Last year, I had surgery to remove gallstones. I was bedridden for a long time. And the same year, I turned 60 and was retired and quitting a company that I loved so much. I had to leave the job I have been doing for 35 years. The same year, I was abandoned by my beloved mother who passed away. Then, still in the same year, my son failed his final medical exam because of a car accident. Repair costs from the car damage marked the peak of bad luck last year. At the end, he wrote, what a bad year. When we all also do that very often, and we see our year from the perspective of what all did not work for us. So the writer's wife entered the room and found her husband who was sad and very pensive. From behind the wife saw the husband's writing and slowly she backed away and left the room. 15 minutes later, she came back in and put down a piece of paper with the following words. Last year, my husband finally managed to get rid of his gallbladder, which has been making his stomach hurt for years. That same year, I'm grateful that my husband was able to retire in a healthy and happy state of mind and body. I thank God he was given the opportunity to work and earn for 35 years to support our family. Now, my husband can spend more of his time writing, which he has been always his hobby. In the same year, my 95-year-old mother-in-law, without any pain, returned to God in peace. And still in the same year, God protected our son from harm in a terrible car accident. Our car was seriously damaged by the accident, but my son survived without any serious injuries. In the last sentence, his wife wrote, last year was a year full of extraordinary blessings from God, and we spent it full of wonders and gratitude. The writer smiled with emotion and warm tears flowed down his cheeks. He was grateful for the different point of view. For every event he had gone through the past year, a different perspective of the same events now made him joyful. So this is for the family and friends to know that we can complain because rose bushes have thorns, or rejoice because the bushes have roses on them. One sec, I'll first stop share. Okay, and come back to you guys. So before you begin to manifest what you really want in life, isn't it that it is very important that you first go through the entire range of your last year's events, what happened to you, how you felt about it, relook them, how you felt will give your older perspective to it, and then see, is there anything positive that happened last year in it? Any incident which happens does have something that we feel very negative about it, or something that we feel very positive about it. And it's not about what incidents happened to you, what had happened to you, what is going to happen to you. It is about how we will look at it. Things are not good or bad. It's about our perspective to it, which will make things good or bad. So whatever is the emotion with which you will begin your year. If you begin it with, but this doesn't happen, but I don't, but this is impossible, but I think that is too much, this thing, but I think that. You guys need to tell me how your year is going to be. And if you start with, wow, another new year to begin with, and I can do this, that. And yeah, let me write down, let me focus. What am I doing about it? My action. That excitement will show the difference. Because then universe also says, like, she's so excited about it. Let's do it. But if you go and say, God, like one more year with this people to stay and with this to do, this is impossible. वापस यही कहानी उनके साथ रहना है, ये करना है, कौन करेगा? एक साल खत्म हुआ और एक शुरू हुआ. It's about you, your perspective, how excited you are about it, and what are you going to do about it. My year, normally, I don't even wait for the new year. It begins with the excitement for the new project. And I'm like, this year, I want to do this. Itna to mujhe chahiye. Like, ye mujhe karna. I'm ready to put in all the hard work for it. And this is how it is going to be. Like, I'm very excited because there is a new vision. There is something new that you want to do. You have mastered what you were already doing, and that obviously you will continue doing. But something new, which is like keeping you occupied, busy, and like in a very productive way. And that keeps the energy very high. So Richa will take over from here and explain you the points, how to go about it. We'll see you all next Thursday. Thank you so much. I'll hand over the platform to Richa.
Okay. Just 1 second. Okay. Okay, so we've already heard this beautiful story, and I think it is so in line with what we'd love to share. For the first point, we'll always hear with a new year coming in that, write your resolutions. What is your new year resolution? Have you put something down? And it's generally a trend about how we write a resolution, something we wish to do for the year, and whether we do it or not. And most people are very fixated on the energy of, did you even go, fulfill your resolution for last year? Today, I want to give each one a different perspective. We were initially going to talk a lot about how to bring in the year, what to do, what thought forms to have. And then we actually heard the sessions we did last year for Manifesting Your Dream 2022. I believe the playlist is still up on YouTube. And the more I heard through it, I realized that since we had a whole week last year to do this topic, to actually speak to each of you about it, we had spoken about it so extensively. There's such beautiful releases and meditations in there that it felt like nothing we had to say this year was going to do justice to all of that, what that was shared last year. This year, I think someone's also mic is on. This year, we decided to simply share with you all the few pointers that are good as reminders to have to kickstart things for you in the year. The first and very important reminder that is essential, I think, honestly, for our everyday lives, not just when we're starting a new year, but even more so when we look at it as an opportunity for a new beginning, which is very in alignment also with everything that we heard in the story that was just shared, is that of gratitude. I cannot emphasize to you how important, how vital, how life-changing an attitude of gratitude can be. I know it's something that people cannot inculcate overnight, but if we just simply shift a few things even in our mindset, simple meter to go by, even if nothing else is, okay, when we're complaining about something, talking about something, one simple question I always ask myself is, Is there any possible outcome of this that could be good? If there is, I might consider taking that step. Talking about it for hours and hours about all the lack that we feel in our lives, all the scarcity that we feel in our lives. I always say that, the hero stories that we share in our life, there's always going to be certain hero stories that you're sharing in your life. These are the stories that you will see generally whenever you meet a new crowd of people. Whenever you're talking to someone for a long time and you've just met them, these are the stories that you will generally see will surface up. A lot of times they're about victories that we've had ages back and how, we feel like, oh my God, I've done that. Or they're about some incidents in our life that we keep repeating. It's an energy we keep craving for, we keep recreating within our lives. Same happens, fortunately or unfortunately, with the troubles we're going through from time to time. The story that we just read, it's all about perspective. It's all about where my mind is at and how I believe things are for me. And that is the energy that I'm giving out, that, oh my God, there's so many problems happening in my life. And now this is just a new year beginning. Shift it to an attitude of gratitude, do a gratitude challenge for a few days. Simply sit down and go like, okay, I have these 100 problems, but I am thankful for. And look at what you have to be thankful for around you. Start small. It can be something very, very small as well. I'm thankful that I have the time to sit and write this. Trust me, that's a luxury when you have like toddlers running around, when you have that. So many times my kids are like, this, and I'm just like, what do you feel like doing? Nothing. Just sitting and looking at a screen, just going like, wow, the luxury of time. I traveled solo after really long. I mean, it was a work trip I made back home in June or July, but essentially did not have kids, did not have any of that. So I was traveling and just literally going to the washroom alone, sitting down and having a coffee alone, and not having to look, as to where each person is located, what is happening. This was like, wow. I was sitting and drinking coffee, and the luxury of that time that was on my hands really hit home, that I'm like, wow. I didn't even have so much time at the airport, but that 1 hour felt like amazing. I always say, fill your cup first. But that essentially gave me a lot of perspective into what really was. That perspective lies within us, lies all around us. The simple word shift, the simple game changer that I tell you all sometimes, a hack, if you might. When you're thinking about it, okay, so what do I have to do today? I have to go for lunch. I have to sit for this meeting. I have to do XYZ for my kids. I have to finish organizing this drawer. And simply even changing that word have to the word get. It shifts so much in our mind's chemistry. I get to go for lunch today. I get to have this meeting today. I get to do this for my kid today. It just shifts the energy from a very burdened energy to an energy of gratitude. Any energy which is light, you guys, is great to manifest the shifts that you want in your life, because your mind is very, very aligned to the universal forces, which are just full of ask for it and it is given. When my energy feels burdened by, okay, but I have so much to figure, or okay, I have this to do, or okay, the last year was fine, I didn't complete any resolutions that I set out. The heavier my energy, the heavier my thoughts, the tougher they are to reach there. It's like you have a direct pipeline with the universe. Now, if I have something very heavy, it's going to be very difficult to lift up, to relay that message so that you can receive what you want. But the lighter my energy, the happier my energy, the more grateful my energy, the easier it is to reach up, because it's just so light. It simply just floats up. So before any resolutions, let's look at what we're grateful for. We're grateful for this continued time that we've all had together. It's been such a beautiful journey. I'm telling you, I just was listening to it because I was thinking of sharing a manifestation meditation with everyone so that they can just use that. And that's why I opened up the Manifest Your Dream 2022. And I was like, oh my God, these are good releases. Sometimes you're amazed at, oh wow, it was me saying all these things. Maybe I really do know what this is all about. And you think about this, like, year and a half, and 2 years almost that we've had of just being together, having this great journey, this community of people that shows up every single time. I'm grateful for being here with my kids, being able to enjoy such good times with them, being able to enjoy family time and give them the best of both worlds. I'm grateful for so many things. I mean, then that gets to a very personal list of my kids getting into schools. I'm grateful for my health. I'm grateful for my body. I'm grateful for so many things. I highly recommend, whether the resolutions happen or not. Today's 5th Jan. I think last year we spoke before the year started, the new year started. This year we're in no rush because I want these to be principles that you can apply in your everyday life. Start with the hacks, shift your have to a get. Then start with what am I grateful for? And it can be something very silly. As long as I don't have the pressure of making it something life transforming. I am grateful that this big shift happened in my life. The minute I have the flexibility to start small. Are you grateful for the hot meal that you get to have? Are you grateful that somebody prepared it for you? Are you grateful that you get this 45 minutes, 1 hour to just sit and do something that connect to people that you feel good listening to? Whatever you're grateful for today, guys. Start even small. Start with today. Start with what's around you. And then go to whatever you felt grateful for the past year, or whatever you feel grateful for as to where you are in life. A lot of us, we face a lot of situations, and today when we look at ourselves still standing strong, still doing our best every single day, that is something to commend. Appreciation is where the whole game starts. Appreciation being acceptance is where the whole game starts. The minute I accept, oh wow, that all these things are already there in my life, then those become gifts that I can actually use. They're gifts that are now unlocked for me to use. Till I'm too scared to look at what I feel grateful for, what is going right in my life. Because there are so many hidden fears behind it, Or if I go like, oh yeah, all these things are right within my life, will I get complacent to actually create something more impactful in my life? When I let that go and when I realize, okay, these are the things that are right in my life, these are the gifts that I've already achieved. The coupons have already, but I need to unlock them so that I'm ready to use those blessings in my life. With all the members that are there, they would have already received some beautiful downloads on acceptance. And that's the one key thing that I was talking about, acceptance of the good and the bad. The bad so I can shift it, the good so I can actually utilize that for myself. Okay, so please, attitude of gratitude, anyone that's up for it, even if no resolution, start a gratitude challenge with a friend, preferably, because that really helps you track progress. That really helps you monitor that without giving any sort of pause to it. We definitely end up doing that then. I was also like, people have these New Year calendars that are so now, I think people are very in alignment. You have a lot of these New Year planners that are in the theme of kindness, gratitude, joy, happiness. I always suggest get it with a friend, a partner, anyone that you actually get along with, connect with, because it's so much easier to track that because you have two people who are doing this together. One can always help push the other when they're not up for it. Okay, so gratitude in general, whether through a challenge, whether through a diary, whether you are just sitting and thinking of what you're grateful for today, I highly recommend writing it down because thoughts are floating in our mind. Like we have so many thoughts in a day. So you have that one thought of what you're thankful for, and then that floats away. And then something is happening because life happens, and suddenly you have so many thoughts of worry that are in your mind. Those will also float away. But because they're heavier, the impact stays a little bit. So when you've noted things down, when you're writing it down, when it's in your own handwriting, or when you've typed it yourself, you believe it a lot more. And when those heavy thoughts are, this will really help clear up the energy, help you feel lighter, help you feel better about it. Okay. So I was planning to do downloads with each part, but I'm going to just, speak to you about everything that's on mine and then do the downloads for everyone together so that you all can wrap with that energy. Anything that comes to mind, any questions also, please feel free to post them. All right. Gratitude. Second thing, set intentions. Set intentions for the new year. Great time to start. Our mind is aligned and in the energy, everyone's doing it. Peer pressure is something that's coming to the forefront in a positive manner now. Set intentions. What is it that I would really like to accomplish for this new year? The goals can be professional, the goals can be personal, the goals can be in a relationship, related to health, related to finances, related to me wanting to learn something new for myself, acquire a skill, anything. Set intentions, write them down. That way you're solidifying those intentions. Now you've written, it might be something very random. Like when I have to write something down, my mind has to make it clear. In my mind, I'm like, yeah, this year I'm going to do a lot of work. I want to do sessions. Yeah, I want to do sessions. I want to do this. Now, when I have to write it down, what do I write? Do a lot of work? No. So the minute I have to write something down, the minute I have to share it, I need to give it some substance, right? You see, like, housewives, they're so running on autopilot so many of the times. They're like, yeah, I'll make something for lunch. Okay, I have to cook something. I have to do this. I have to do this. They trust their judgment where they go like, once I enter I will make something solid. I will make something nice. But now if they really have to delegate this work, right? Where is the struggle that comes in? When a lot of housewives who've done everything their whole life have to delegate work, the struggle comes in because now to tell them what to make, they'll actually tell you it's so much easier to just go in and make it. Somebody sitting on your head asking you now what to make, what to get, what do I have to do? Now, instead of them just going with the flow and picking up something and, getting in, doing it, because they know in their rhythm, like this is like breathing. They can do it just even, with the back of their mind, they can just do that. Now you have to tell that to someone. So you need to plan, you need to think of what to do, you need to tell them exactly what you want. There's a new cook, so you need to explain him, I like it this way. This is what you need to do. This is what you need to put in there. That's also the way that we grow, right? We can't grow just ourselves. I'm here and I have my dreams. I've decided I'm going to do everything. Even if you want to climb Mount Everest and you have to do that yourself, you need that team that's going to back you up, that's going to train you, that's going to help you, that's going to be there. So anything that we're doing, that team really helps. Okay, so it's not about getting a team together as much as what are my intentions? Can I make them so clear that if I had to share with someone, I could do that easily. Even pick that same friend if you like. Set your intention and tell them, listen, yeah, I would love to talk about, something that's on my mind. Share with them, oh, I have a great 2023 plan. What's your plan? To do that, to share your intentions is also a very, very courageous act, guys. Why? Because we are abandoning any fear of being judged. Automatically, our mind gears up for accountability. I'm sharing this I have in my mind that I'm going to do X, Y, Z for the year. Now, whether I do it, whether I don't, who's the judge of it? Nobody knows. Nobody's going to ask me. Nobody cares. Now I've proclaimed to the world, I've told people that this year you watch me, I'm going to shift 2 sizes. This year you watch me, I'm going to do 5 conferences at this level. Now when people know about it, people are going to ask you, Also, what happened about that? Also, what are you doing now? Remember, this was the goal you set. Accountability begins. That's also one of the topics we've done for the membership downloads. Accountability. It helps us have that discipline, have the motivation, take on that responsibility, and pick people that you really like their energy. They know how to press the correct buttons to motivate you. Whether that motivation is through challenging you or through gently reminding you or through being helpful about it. Set intentions. What is it that I want to create for myself? If you feel overwhelmed by setting very big goals, set small goals. Always say, set baby steps, it's fine. Understand this is your life. You have the roster to add goals to it anytime you like. You are manifesting every single day of your life. So you can add to the manifestation absolutely anytime you like. So set whatever you are comfortable with. Set intentions, note them down. Do not let them float in your head. You will forget. Especially when you're stressed, especially when you're thinking about other things. Even if it sounds like, okay, I don't work. What intentions do you want me to set? You want to better yourself. You want to better your relationship. You want to better anything. Write it down. That will force you to make it concrete. If you have a person you feel comfortable sharing with, who you feel can share your vision. It's not about relaying your vision. It's like a big company. When you're sharing your vision, it's something where you want people to connect to it, feel inspired by it, because then it really becomes a proper idea in your head. It'll help you actually remove a lot of the vagueness. Because when you're talking to people, it has to be a little concrete for me to at least explain it to you. So share your vision. If a person is very confident, share it on social media. If not, share it with another person that you trust. Okay. And if nothing at all, at least share it with a diary that you feel like you can look at and go like, okay, what am I doing about this? So set your intentions, share your intentions. All right. And third thing, very, very important. We set intentions. We set a resolution every year. Then we go like, oh, I haven't done anything about it. We set a resolution. A lot of times it's very futuristic. It's very big. That's why I always say baby steps. Okay. We've done all of that. But then when we look at that, because we set it and then we go about our lives and we look at it 2 months later and go like, oh, this looks very good on paper, but I don't know what to do about it. So right after you set your intentions, you've already been made aware of what your strengths are when you've thought of all the things you're thankful for. It'll really help you highlight some strengths. Then you've set some intentions. Then the third and most important thing, set action steps. What actions can I take to make this happen? I don't have to make all of it happen tomorrow. What action can I take so this starts? This motor at least starts. So if I've written, I have a health goal where I want to transform 2 sizes, okay. I'm going to walk every day. Now if 1 hour feels like a lot, I'm going to walk for 10 minutes every day. I'm going to walk for 15 minutes every day. I'm going to do X thing every single day. If you feel like every day is very overwhelming, cut yourself some slack. I'm going to do this 5 times a week. But then whatever you said, whatever baby action step you said is something you really got to do. I've decided I'm going to create so much work for myself. I have no idea where to begin. I'm going to sit for 1 hour every day with my laptop, with no distractions, with no social media, with no conversations with other people. I'm going to create work for myself. So the first 5 days you sit in front of your laptop with nothing to do, going like, okay, what do I do? I want to start working. I have no clue where to start. What do I do? 6th day, your mind will automatically give you work, think of work. And trust me, the universe also really awards consistency. Every mythological tale also that you've heard, right? It could be the biggest Sura or Asura who was constantly, devotedly doing something, and it would always result in something positive. The universe, I mean, adores consistency. You're doing it consistently, like, I am going to make this happen. You will find something that comes your way that can help you further that goal. There's a relationship you want to work on. Okay. What is the real pain point in this relationship? What is the problem we're facing in this relationship? What is the one thing I can do to address it? Most times the problem comes because we feel like, okay, I can do nothing about this. So like I said, baby steps, always baby steps. What is the one thing I could do to address this? Think of that one thing. Think of an action step that will help you do that one thing. Okay, I could be patient. But oh my God, this person really tests my patience. What can I do to increase my patience here? Should I go for a therapy? Do I need to meditate? Do I need to, sort of exercise so my mind is just not like pent up with that emotion? What do I need to do? The minute you will think of the whole situation, for everything it is, your mind will go like, oh my God, this is never going to happen. Forget about it. It also depends from person to person, right? A lot of people are very, very optimistic. So they're like, yeah, let's do it. I can reach the mountain this year. I can do this. I can do this, which is great. Which means that your mind responds to that sort of energy. It can really do that. Like, I know my mom is one of those people where when she sets out with 10 goals. And I'm like, what? Like, she'll be like, let's make these 10 projects together. And I'm like, interesting. Because my mind works with the mindset where I'm like, listen, like, practically, is this going to happen? If it's not going to happen, don't waste time doing 10 projects. I adore her mindset because I feel like it gives her so much energy to fuel into the next year. But my mindset also helps me acknowledge that a lot of people come from my mindset where they're like, okay, this much is never going to happen. It could, and I'd be very happy if it does. But what can I really do that, can work? So then set practical goals that work for you. So whatever your level or your scope of believing and whatever your scope of feasibility, where you feel like, with this much I can definitely do. For me, if I commit to something, I have to do it. Otherwise, I'm not settled with that. So I commit to what I know I can do. So even if that's a baby step, commit to that action step. Make that happen. If 4 action steps are too much because you've written 5 goals, start with 1 action step. And if that is really not happening, go to the procrastination week and hear it so that you can make it happen. We have a serious mind to sort of remove a lot of those videos because we're like, the minute we hear them, we're like, there's so much information here. And people don't think about it till they're really in a fix. People will pay you good money to listen to the same thing. Because they paid money, they're like, okay, now I should really listen to it. And when it's just sitting there, people are like, oh, I can do this tomorrow. It really is. Things are really given on a platter. Like when we look, I was surprised. I'm telling you, I'm listening to myself. I'm going, oh, this makes a lot of sense. I could do this for the new year. But I mean, almost all of us like, it's here. No, I'll look at it later. Very recently, we're like, if people don't need it, we can just remove it. People want to pay money for it. They don't like it free. So you can pay this much money for it. But really, you guys, procrastination, manifesting your dream 20, everything is right there. Please use whatever you need to help you feel better, to just sort of power charge your thoughts and, get that out. Okay. I mean, every client I have, I tell them, okay, in between sessions, like, these are the things we're working on. Here's your like free resources. Just use those. So instead of seeing you after maybe like 3 weeks, I can see you after 3 months. Just do this in the meanwhile. And you might not even have to see me again in 3 months because you're sorted. So please, please use those things. Now, recapping, gratitude, setting intentions, setting action steps. Do it at the scale that you're comfortable with, because if you're comfortable with, and then you're really ready to start taking that action. Do it and do it consistently and create the life that you want for yourself. Any blocks you have for manifestation, any blocks you have for any of this, everything is there on a platter. Everything is there, right there for you. Even if you can't find the playlist, sometimes you can message your office number. If they have the time at that point, they will send you those playlists. Like, do you have any playlist for X topic? She will send you the playlist for that. But please give yourself that opportunity so you can also look at life with a new perspective. Look at the new year with a new perspective. Okay. Let's do some downloads for everyone. Let's do some downloads on everything that we've spoken about so we can actually create that in action as well for ourselves. So just closing your eyes, take in 5 deep breaths. Breathing in through your nose, breathing out through your mouth. Connecting to the life force that is you. Ready for the new year. And would each of you like to know that I know and understand the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of gratitude, that I know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for me to lead my daily life with an attitude of gratitude, for me to see all that I have accomplished within my life, for me to see all the hurdles that I've crossed, for me to see just how strong and amazing I am, to know that it is safe and possible for me to see the same, and that I deserve to feel gratitude towards my body, towards myself, towards my life, towards my relationships, towards my work, that I deserve to feel gratitude towards each of these things, and that I'm allowed to feel gratitude towards each of these things without the fear of complacency, that I know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for me to see how abundant I already am, to know that I can see how abundant I already am, and to create further abundance from that point forward as well, to know that that is a choice that I make, and I choose to have an attitude of gratitude in my daily life. I know what it feels like to be able to see all the small and big blessings that I have been given in life, and to know that it is safe and possible for me to operate in my daily life with literally these rose tinted glasses that are all about the gratitude that I feel, and to know that as I feel the energy of gratitude within my life, it is safe and possible for me to expel that energy forward, to multiply that energy forward into creating more within my life that I feel grateful about. That I know the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of accountability, of goal setting, and I know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for me to set goals for my life, to have clear goals for my life, to have the confidence within these goals, to know that I'm allowed to have this vision and to set these beautiful goals for my life, to know the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of clarity and knowing what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for me to have clarity and confidence in my goals, understanding confidence as well through the creator of all that is his definition and perspective, that I choose to have clarity and confidence in my life, in my capabilities, in all that I can create for myself, and for that to reflect forward in the goals that I set for my years, that I set for my life, that I set for my relationships, that I know what it feels like to have these goals and to achieve them and to move forward each day in my life in a manner where I'm furthering myself towards my goals, where I'm walking towards my goals with joy, with confidence, with happiness, and with this lightness in my heart, that I know what it feels like to live my daily life each day, moving towards accomplishing my goals and enjoying the fruits of my goals. That I know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for me to create the dream life that I desire, to know what it feels like, how to, when to, and that it is safe and possible for me to lead my daily life in a manner where I allow myself to move forward, to know that I'm allowed to move forward, that it is safe for me to move forward, and that each day I'm bettering my life, and that each day I take steps to better my life, that I know what it feels like to be in alignment with that motivation and discipline, understanding discipline and motivation, as per the creator of all that is from the seventh plane, that each day I wake up charged and ready to take the steps required to actually create my dream life, that I understand the importance of taking action. I know what it feels like to live my daily life, taking action, to know what it feels like to move beyond the realm of my thoughts into actually taking action towards something, to know and understand the creator of all that is his definition and perspective of consistency, knowing what it feels like, how to, when to, and that I choose to have consistency in my daily life, that I am consistent, and that I consistently take action without getting lazy, without getting complacent towards the life I wish to create for myself. To know that I'm taking these actions for me, that I know what it feels like to be action oriented, that I know what it feels like to balance my thoughts and actions and to propel forward in action, that I take actions and I create the life that I desire for myself, that it is safe, it is possible, I deserve it, and I choose to create my dream life by setting clear goals and taking the actions forward for it, knowing and understanding that I have all the skills and more to create the life that I desire, that I choose to do so now with discipline, with motivation, with consistency, and with lots and lots of joy. Would you like these downloads into every cell, atom, molecule of your body, every area of your life, at all four levels of your belief systems, and in any and every language ever known or understood by you, for your highest and best, and in your highest and best way? Just say yes to receive the download. And just allow yourself with open arms to receive this beautiful energy, to absorb each of these feelings, saying yes, accepting them, feeling safe, letting them in into every cell, every atom, every molecule of your body. And as you do so, reflecting forward in every area of your life in the most beautiful manner possible. Accepting these, absorbing these, creating the life that you desire for yourself. Feeling that joy, feeling that lightness, knowing that you deserve it, knowing that you can have it, knowing that you are going to create the dream 2023 for yourself, your dream life. Whenever you feel ready, simply come back to this room and open your eyes. Big smile on your face. Waiting for everyone. Most people are back. So really every opportunity that you want is right there for you. Please take this chance to set those intentions, to set those action steps, to see what you're grateful for. Come back to us next week. Let us know how you did that, so we know this is not falling on deaf ears. While I was doing the downloads preview, and really the one thing that I felt and where I stopped myself was when I realized that everyone has different thoughts going on in their mind. Wherever you feel the block is coming for you, for any of these steps, just see, so your action step can be as simple as, I really want to set goals, but I have no idea what I want to do. Why, or what can I do to change it? So it doesn't have to follow in this order where you first feel grateful, then intentions, then action steps. That is ideally how we'd look at a situation. But I want you to know that all of us, we are facing life every day. So sometimes you feel a block with feeling gratitude, or you feel a block with setting an intention, and you don't know what to do about it. So do the third step first. Let me set an action step. I want to set an intention, but I have no idea what to do. I really don't know what I want. What can I do to change that? Can I speak to someone? Can I do some releases? Can I listen to the videos that are there for me? So sometimes you take the action step first, and that helps you have the clarity for the intention. That's the one thing that kept coming to me while I was doing these downloads, was this rumble. So please, each of you, wherever you're at, know that it's absolutely fine to begin right where you're at. But just make sure that you're moving forward. The only thing we all need to keep doing, because all the downloads that we've done, because we've done some beautiful downloads for the members on discipline, accountability, actions, each of these things. Please, for each of you that have access to that, listen to that, because it'll help you very much with what we're talking about just now. For those of you that don't, you still have a lot of resources at your disposal. Start where you're ready. Tell us what you're doing. Tell us that, okay, this is what I did. So we know how to help you further wherever you might be stuck. Already there's a lot of resources. So if you need to take the action step first, do that, then set your gratitude. If not, go with gratitude first, then set your intention. But no matter what, all we need to do is just keep on moving forward. As long as you're going on moving forward, you'll definitely get where you need to. All you need to do is believe. And then you have the downloads again. You can just hear them again whenever you need to. Okay, so just wishing each one of you a very beautiful start of the year. Wishing each one of you great, great clarity and great, great joy with each of these steps. And we look forward to meeting each of you next week. Take care and have a beautiful day. Bye.